Oh, hey, Kamal, do you want to skip?
No, thanks. I gave it up a while ago.
Woo-wee. And we're on telly. Hey, my friends, welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother Stay 69. The time is 5:27. I've just been told that in the ether. It's a little show that gives you the big picture, or Programi I Volgi, Qui, Iskauli, Imedzi, Idimetna. It's a saying in Albania today, imagine that. Coming up from the show today, actor Blair McDonough's with us. Where is he? Hey, he's in the sound shop.
How you doing?
Hi there, Blair.
Hey, Dermot, how you going? Very well.
Wonderful. All the girls, I love the fact he's on. Oh, the older man. The dignity. Psychologist Jeffrey Beattie's with us. Oh, there it is. Wonderful. Lovely. And the young buck himself. Oh, the wonderful Kamal's with us. Where is he? Get him out.
Hey,
Absolutely. They run the show in there. He's running the show. That's not all, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we've got cool BBLB and a wonderful, as always, a wonderful studio audience, everybody. Lovely studio audience. Wonderful. But we start, as we always do, my friends, with Little Brother's big news. Wow, indeed. At 2 minutes past 10 this morning, the housemates were set a brand new task. It's the Big Brother Rodeo Show, everybody. Yeehaw. Here's Makosi when she got the news.
Drink it.
I won't drink it if it's oil. 1, 2, 3, go.
Makosi, this week, housemates will become cowboys as they take part in the Big Brother Rodeo Show.
Yeah.
Yee-haw.
Oh, yeah, right back at you. No, I'm not catching that.
OK, so each housemate has to master a skill in time to perform for the rodeo show tomorrow. Now then, Makosi's day didn't get any better. At 11:43, it was time for a clean-up and also time for another random argument. Take a look at this.
You drink more tea than I am. There were 5 mouldy tea bags in there. Never speak bad about me behind my back. You've got a problem with me, you come and talk to me, OK?
Fair enough, I apologise.
Didn't understand a word of it. And lastly, it's not just Makosi who's losing the plot, because at 3:11 this afternoon, this happened.
Sorry? See it there? He's laughing at me.
Who is?
That thing up there. Can't you see it?
What?
Well, that monkey. It's lovely, little monkey. It's now doing another funny face. Oh, look, it's so sweet.
OK, it's official. This year's gone on 1 week too long. Now, my friends, with Little Brother's big news. Sciatica. So anyway, yesterday, Big Brother revealed that Derek and Eugene are facing the public vote this week. As King has passed a secret mission, she now goes through to the final week. But does she deserve to be there, everybody? I expected some form of response, but I'll take what I can get. With that in mind, today's cool BBLB is quite simply, but does she deserve to be there? Here, my friends, is how to get in touch. Oh, I tell you what, it has been a turbulent week for the housemates. They unexpectedly lost Orla, then had the shock of Kinga entering the house, and then nominated for the very last time. So we got to thinking, what would a psychologist make of this all? Luckily, there's one right here, and we can ask him. It's Jeffrey Beattie, everybody. Hello, Jeffrey.
How are you?
OK, firstly, what would it have been like for Kinga entering the house at this late stage? She must have been all over the show.
Horrendously difficult, because we know that housemates who come in late never do particularly well. And don't forget, she's been watching them, so she knows all about the bitching. She knows what these people are really like.
But they know that she's been watching as well, which obviously, weirdly, puts her almost at a disadvantage, right?
Well, it's kind of both advantage and disadvantage, because they think she will know secret things about them.
Yeah.
So they will be very wary of her. And I think their behaviour when she comes in really demonstrates that. They are really wary of this woman.
I was going to say, how has it affected them as a group? Because they seem to almost have closed up a little bit as limpets, and people that maybe they don't normally get on with, they're actually bonding with.
Well, exactly, because it's kind of really interesting because I think her entrance exposes the kind of gap in the group. Three of them kind of bond together for safety, and Derek and Eugene are kind of separated from them. But I think that Kinga goes in very sensibly, trying to appease the group. She's trying to sort out her social status before she goes in by offering them cigarettes and wine. So she knows exactly how to integrate with the group. And what's really interesting, of course, is she flits between the two sections of the group.
Does that immediately make her sort of submissive in terms of where her social status is? In terms
well,
of the group?
She doesn't want to have any conflict when she goes in. So what she's saying is, I know I'm not a dominant member of this group. I haven't gone through your experiences. I'm prepared to go in as a submissive and join with the group through time. Yeah.
Sure. OK. Now, the group all seem to be pleased to get a new housemate on Sunday night. Let's remind ourselves of Kinga's second coming.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Anything that you want to ask me, I can see.
Good to see you again.
Oh,
I thought you'd ignored me.
OK, so firstly, how did the group react as a whole?
I think as a whole, what it did was it exposed the kind of differences between the individuals. They all reacted individually in very, very striking ways, actually.
OK, well, let's go through the individuals. Derek, firstly. We can take a look at Derek. Oh, it looks like Dennis the Menace's dog, Nasha, there. So how did he react? Because he obviously seems manically happy there.
Well, Derek's interesting because I think he is happy. I think he's the kind of person who gets bored very easily. He needs stimulation. I think that's why he's been bitching so much, because he's been trying to provoke some response. And I think part of him is very happy to see another person, but this, of course, is not a genuine smile. This is a kind of aggressive
I'm glad that's not a genuine smile.
It's not a genuine... Nasher, it reminds me of Nasher as well, actually.
Yeah.
It's that... The teeth are showing, so he's like... slightly pleased, but at the same time he's saying, remember who I am, remember I've got status in the group, remember I can be a difficult person to deal with.
By showing the Nashers, is that right?
By showing the Nashers, yeah.
Brilliant. OK, next up, Makosi. Let's take a look at... Now, we can see Makosi here. You've got something to say about this, haven't you? I think it's a slow-mo of her blinking. What does that tell us?
Well, exactly, because she's saying, I love you too, which is very positive, but she's blinking, which is a sign of anxiety. And don't forget that Makosi knows that she has rejected Kinga in the past. Yeah. So Kinga has got some revenge to kind of carry out here. And what's fascinating about Makosi is she backs off immediately. She retreats from Kinga. She does this kind of high-pitched squeal, which at first sight you might think is a sign of excitement, but actually I think it's a sign of fear. She's warning the group that there's a stranger in their midst. And she looks around to kind of check the response of the other people. So she's very aware of the danger of Kinga. Brilliant. And is kind of alerting the group accordingly. OK, Craig. Here's Craig. Now, listen, this is... I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle. You don't want to see my spout. Well, there's the spout, indeed, just to get me out of any trouble there. What does that reaction tell us? That kind of posture is associated with two things, sexuality and dominance. I think Craig sees Kinga as potentially a sexual competitor for Anthony's affections, so he's kind of putting on a sexual pose saying, this is a competitor, but hang on, I'm quite an attractive guy, this is the way I stand. So is he sort of looked her up and down there? He's looking her up and down, he's trying to work out how attractive she is to see if she's a real competitor or not. That's exactly what he's trying to do. OK, I want to talk about nominations now. Let's have a look at some of the nominations this week.
My first nomination is Makosi. Why? She is extremely loud. That said, she is a lovely girl and I wish her the best of luck, and she is extraordinarily good looking.
I'll say Makosi. I did feel gutted being evicted from the secret garden, so I believe that it's only fair that I nominate her as my way of doing it. Makosi, my first nomination.
I don't know who Eugene is, because Eugene, to me, is Derek's shadow.
Jeffrey, they're extraordinary nominations. We're just going to have a very quick look at them all. First of all, Eugene. Let's take a look at Eugene. Now, we can't see it there, but obviously he was kind of hunched forward and then he went back. What does that tell us? He was hunched forward and he was trying to do it in a pretty forceful way, doing the nomination, but what was interesting was he averted eye gaze. He couldn't keep the pretense up when he said the word Makosi. Very interesting. And then he does this kind of rocking movement when he pays Makosi a compliment, as if he's very uncomfortable with paying someone a compliment. And of course, compliments are part of the cornerstones of social interaction. We love people who pay compliments to us. So if I say to you, you're looking gorgeous today, Dermot. Thank you, Jeffrey. You will like me much more as a result. It's not possible to like you any more than I like you. you, Jeffrey.
And he finds it really uncomfortable to do that absolutely basic thing.
OK, next up, Kinga. Now, she was kind of almost going like this. What does that tell us?
Well, the thing about Kinga is that she's talking about nominating Mikosi, and she says because it's fair. But her hand movement, and this thing is called an imagistic gesture, is an unconscious representation of her real thinking. And what she's representing through her nomination of Mikosi is getting even with her, having power over Mikosi, positioning her somewhere below her.
OK.
So she's got her opportunity to get even with Mikosi.
Sure. And lastly, Mikosi herself. Mikosi just, as we can see there, she didn't open her eyes at all during her whole nomination. What was that?
Well, it was extraordinary. There's no saying about body language, which is you cannot not communicate. But here is someone going out of their way not to communicate. She's got a completely fixed bodily posture. She's showing no movements at all. And she's closed her eyes for the whole period, as if she's not there, as if psychologists like me can't read anything into her body language, as if she's not responsible for what she's doing. It's like a child distancing herself from the act she's engaging on.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Always fantastic. Sticking around for cool BBLB. Also, join us after the break. We're finding out what Blair McDonough, that's Stuart from Neighbours, thinks of this year's bunch. We'll see you in 3 when we can become good friends. Hello, everyone. Welcome back, my friends, to Big Brother's Little Brother Stay 69. The time is... It's 5:42, I'm being told. Still to come, we chat to Neighbour star Blair McDonough's with us, everybody. First, time to join lovely Kamal.
Hey, baby.
Excited about Blair being on the show, Kamal?
I am so excited about Blair. Hi, Blair.
Of course. Of course he is. Now, Kamal, here on BBLB, we noticed that you and Derek are rather partial to a quiz.
Yes.
Now, is that just to show off as to how clever you two both were?
No, it was to pass the time.
Really?
Quizzes were great. They really passed the time. They got people thinking.
You and Derek were always the quiz masters, though,
We were always the quiz masters. That's because we were the two most intelligent ones there.
Okay.
It was fun to test the rest of their intelligence, and at times it wasn't very high.
Now, to prove you're still the brainiest housemate, we're going to test you with 5 Big Brother-related questions. For each one you answer correctly, you'll receive a fabulous prize.
Ooh,
okay? No problem. OK, here's your first question. I'm doing it in the style of Derek, which is why I'm wearing the neck scarf, everybody. OK.
I'm ready.
My dear, dear boy. Questions, questions, questions.
Go on, hit me with it, baby.
Each morning, Big Brother plays an alarm into the house to get the housemates out of bed. There have been 16 housemates and 68 morning alarms. But how many beds were there? How many beds are there in the house, my dear boy?
How many beds were there in the Big Brother house? There was 2 doubles, so that made 13, 12, 11 beds in the house, but there was also the secret garden.
OK, no, I'll take that in the bedroom. OK, let's have a look, see if you're right.
11. Have I done it right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, you're right! Well done. OK, here's your next question. OK, it's fundamental that the housemates obey the rules set by Big Brother at all times. Failure to follow the house rules may result in Big Brother punishing the housemates. One such punishment may be to sit on the naughty step for a period of time.
Yes.
The naughty step is situated on the steps leading up to the garden loft.
Yes.
How many steps up the ladder is
the naughty step? Is 3 steps.
He is strong. Take a look. 1, 2, 3. Well done.
I sat on that naughty step. I did everything to
fine.
try and get off it.
Okay.
I fainted, I chanted everything.
We're running out of time now, so I've only got time for one more question. The rules of Big Brother state the housemates who receives the highest number of public votes when nominated for eviction by fellow housemates will leave the house each week.
Yes.
Davina makes her announcement to the housemates in the living area. But how many cactus plants are there in the living area?
1, 2, 3. Or 4, 4, 5. 5 cactus plants.
Let's see if you're right.
5 cactus plants.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, well done. Which means we know you missed because you're away in France. So we know you missed the Eurovision Song Contest. So here's a whole Eurovision Song Contest goodie bag for you. Come on, everybody. Wonderful. Going to stick around for cool BBLB. But now joining me is someone who has first-hand knowledge about what it's like to be a housemate after living in the Big Brother Australian house. He's now an actor on Ramsay Street. His name is Blair McDonough, everybody.
Hey, young man.
Well. Now, you came second. I think that deserves a round of applause. You came second in the Aussie Big Brother.
first series.
So what are the housemates going through at this stage?
At this stage, well, there's about a week or two to go.
So a week after the end of this week.
It's a pretty challenging time, to tell you the truth. It gets quite nerve-wracking for some people because you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You end up some can get quite anxious about wanting to get out, and some can be a little bit complacent about actually having to go back out into the real world.
How did you feel about it?
I was with 2 weeks to go. I was quite all right. The third week to go was the hardest for me, but 2 weeks to go I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. I was there, I wasn't there.
And I was going to say,
winning didn't matter.
When you know you've got through to the last week, then the pressure must be totally off.
Yeah, it is, and it's just a matter of killing time and playing basketball until your hands nearly drop off, and just all those things just to absolutely kill the time.
Basketball in the Australian Big Brother House. Brilliant, so exotic. OK, Anthony's one of your favourites.
Yeah, I'm interested. Yep.
Let's take a look at Anthony in action.
Man points.
Oh my God!
Huge.
I'll read. We're not speaking proper England for you. I'll read means all right. Taxi!
OK. Do you think Anthony deserves to win?
Oh, I'm not sure if he deserves to win. I think he's the one in there at the moment who's probably just being himself the most, enjoying the experience and not trying to manipulate it too much. So
OK. Do you think he will win?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, he's favourite at the moment, isn't he? OK, now after you left the Australian Big Brother house, you were offered a role in Neighbours. In your honour, we're going to play a little game. Come with me.
Oh, you're too kind.
As we play Love Thy Neighbour. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
This is nice.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah,
Our props department did a great job.
Good on them.
OK, here's a sketch. We've tracked down some of the real-life neighbours of the housemates, 3 of them, in fact. We'd like you to guess whose neighbour is who. Oh. Now, they all, weirdly, for the purposes of this game, live here in number 6, Boreham Wood Street. Let's see. Let's ring on the doorbell to start with. Oh, lovely, OK.
Very good.
Oh, hello! It's Katie, everybody. Lovely. Hello, Katie.
Hello, Katie.
OK, here's a sketch, Katie. This is Katie's clues, OK? Her neighbour has got green fingers. They come around and pot her plants and flowers and weed the patio to perfection. Her neighbour has always got lots of friends around, loves to have a party. Her neighbour loves to gossip and comes around for cups of tea to talk about the latest goings-on in the cul-de-sac. Who do you think lives near Katie?
Oh, jeez, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one, isn't it?
Green fingers, hey? Mm-hmm. Someone who likes...
Comes around, bit of a gossip.
Bit of a gossip.
Party.
Would I say Makosi? Or...
Would you say Makosi?
I wouldn't say Makosi.
You could say Makosi.
I will say Makosi.
You're going to say Makosi?
Yeah.
Katie, tell us. Oh, it's Craig! Oh, look, give him a pat.
I'm shattered. Oh, I'm shattered. Oh, bless.
Katie, what's Craig like to live near?
Yeah, he's fun.
Is he lovely?
Yeah,
You were worried about him?
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about
Send him a message.
I'm proud of you, Craig, and I'm glad you're in the last week, and well done, mate.
He can't hear it, but well done anyway. Thanks a lot, Katie.
Thank you,
Wonderful.
Katie.
There's Katie, off she goes. Wonderful. It's your own house, you don't even know to get in it. Wonderful. I wonder if there's someone else there, if we can ring this doorbell, maybe they'll come out, and maybe your chances will improve.
Try the knocker.
Shall I try the knocker?
Try the knocker.
Maybe we'll hear a ding-dong doorbell sound when I try the knocker. Yes, I will. Wonderful. Who's this going to be? Hey, it's Robert, everybody. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now then, here's Robert's clues. Okay. His neighbour has lots of friends who come round to visit, and then they go around the parents' restaurant. Okay. His neighbour's always reading lots of magazines, and his neighbour's singing is so loud he can hear it from 2 doors away.
Indeed.
Yes. What do we think? Like singing, reading lots of magazines. Parents got a restaurant.
I see. That's the one I knew I'd miss. I'm going to go... Derek?
Let's see if you're right. You're so very wrong. Ooh. Robert, what's Kinga like to live next door to?
Great fun.
Is she?
Good, yeah.
Is she lovely? When you have a party, does she bring a bottle?
She's a good girl, yeah.
Wonderful stuff. OK. Robert, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Checking up there.
Your shout, yeah?
OK, and lastly, let's see.
I'll get this one.
OK, here we go. Who's this? Come out. OK. Oh, it's Laura, everybody. Laura. Now, we've only got time for one clue here. Her neighbour has been seen to hang wigs from their washing line. Wigs from the washing line.
Anthony? Go
for it. Let's see. He's only right! He's only right! Well done. And is Anthony lovely to live next door to?
Yes.
Of course he is. Thank you very much. Thank you
you.
to Laura. Thanks to all our neighbours. Thanks to Blair as well.
Thank you very much.
On Friday, we have Derek and Eugene's going to be packing the bags, but only one will leave for good. Who goes? You decide. Here's how you do it. Today's Cool BBLB is quite simply, but does she deserve to be there? We're talking about Kinga, and I'm joined by today's guests, Jeffrey, Kamal and Blair. Let's go straight to the phones. Amanda. Hello, Amanda.
Hello, Dermot.
In Hertfordshire. What do you think?
I think that she does deserve to be there. They didn't nominate her because they don't see her as a threat. Schoolboy error on their part. And I think she deserves to win. If Derek's evicted, of course, because I love Derek.
Do you think she can win, Amanda?
I think that she could win, and I think it would be a really good thing if she did, because I don't think anybody else in there, apart from Derek and possibly Makosi, deserve it.
OK. Kamal, what do you think? Does she deserve to be there, do you think?
I think she deserves to be there in the last week. At the end of the day, she's passed her task successfully, so she's in the final week, and I think she deserves to be there for the pure fact she's going to provide some great entertainment right up till the end, as we've already seen. With Kinga, she deserves to be there in the final week, but I'm not sure whether she actually deserves to win.
Blair, does Australian Big Brother mess around this much?
Yeah, there's intruders coming in and out all the time, absolutely, but...
Well, that's what you call her an intruder.
That's what we call them. Sorry. No, but I think she does deserve to be there. I think she's come in and found her way into the group quite well because she knows how to get in and under. But the fact of the matter is it's not up to the people in the house if she's going to stay. It's the people at home, and I don't think that she'll get much further than...
Jeffrey, what do you think? I mean, for your point of view, for a psychologist, it must be great when you see that new housemate.
Yeah. From a psychological point of view, to be honest, she hasn't got much of a chance because people like people they're familiar with, and they're very familiar with some of the housemates. King is not familiar, and no matter what she does, no matter how outrageous she is, she's unlikely to get people on her side.
There's enough time.
She has enough time.
Lucy in Wirral says, no way, if King had chosen over Aura or Eugene in the Secret Garden, she'd be well gone by now. That is pretty much all we've got time for today. Thanks to today's guests, Jeffrey, Kamal and Blair. Don't forget to watch Big Brother's Big Mouth with Kamal, E4, 7:30. The main show, of course, 10 o'clock on Channel 4. We'll be back tomorrow at 5:30 on E4. But now I have to go, as in the words of Craig, you're all trying to destroy me. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, bye.